I will be showing you two different light bulbs from Wiz. One is a 72 watt and the second one is going to be a 60 watt. This guy I will be putting in my ceiling, and then the smaller bulbs I will be placing in some lamps. Both of them have 16 million colors and 64,000 shades of white, which I didn't even know there could be 64,000 different shades of white. One thing I think I haven't shared with you guys amongst this whole smart home product install throughout the year is that products that require a hub actually don't work in my house, and it is the most frustrating thing. But thank goodness that these light bulbs are literally, you put them into place and then we do everything else through the app. I think the next thing we need to discuss is pricing. This 72 watt Wiz light bulb goes for $39.95, and I know that sounds aggressive and it is pricey, but once we install, I'm gonna walk you through why it's totally worth it. The smaller guy, the 60 watt, he's $34.95. When you open up the manual, there are legitimately 3 steps. The first one being downloading the app. And when you download it, you do have to create a home because that is how you are going to control all of the lights that we are installing. Wiz already has a ton of pre-curated rooms for you that may be in your home already, but if you don't see what you need, you actually can create a custom one and name it whatever you want. The second step is putting the bulbs in place. Let's get real, and I'm gonna save you from my mistakes. I actually installed these in my shoe room, and when I went to the next step, which is just syncing them to the app, I was sitting trying to figure it out for, I'm not even kidding, probably a good hour. And then I just thought, okay, this isn't working after all the prompts this app gave me. Let me just message on customer service. They got back to me instantly, and this is what they had to say.
Fun fact, after doing all of that, their customer service works so quickly though. I said, do these work on a dimmer? It isn't connecting. Not even how many minutes later? Yeah, not even 5 minutes later, they said these do not work with dimmers. Lesson learned. Let's find a new area for them, okay?
So just keep in mind, I'm already an hour and a half into installing light bulbs. I moved the light bulbs from my shoe room to the entryway hallway and just started installing lights along that. All right, we got that out of the way. They're all installed, and I don't think I've ever done so much cardio in my life, truth be told. Now moving on to adding a light bulb within the room. I just went to my entrance, pressed add a light, pressed the prompt right there on the screen. You then just type in your Wi-Fi password, and it asks you to turn off the lights, then on the lights, and press start. And then this happened. The lights went crazy. One turned blue, then they all turned white. Then I had to turn them off because it was freaking me out. And I decided to move some bulbs around. I don't know why in my brain I thought that was gonna change anything, but I just thought, why not throw in going up and down the ladder 5,000 more times for the next 45 minutes. After getting a decent amount of exercise in, I had to just do all the prompts over again, and this time it told me it's not working, homegirl. So flip that switch 3 times. They're gonna start blinking, and hopefully that connects them to it. What I learned here was when you flicker the lights 3 times, one of the light bulbs shouldn't just turn blue. All 3 should be turning blue because they should be syncing at the same time to that room. So I just flipped and flopped that thing until everything turned blue, and it was really annoying, but it ended up working. When I got through the troubleshooting and all 3 were pulsing, I let that app know, and then it just magically all sunk together. The 3 light bulbs popped up on my app, and I was able to change the color of one bulb at first, and they started coming in one after another. Once all 3 light bulbs popped up on my app, I don't want to have to control them individually, but that's totally an option. I decided to drag and drop them to treat them as a room, so I just can change the colors all at once, turn them on and off all at once versus having to just individually go in and click each bulb. There are so many options for colors and different kind of themes or pre-curated party modes that were a lot of fun to browse through. I'm going to show you the details when I get to the lamps in the next segment, but for now we are done with the ceiling ones, and we are going to see what these 60 watt bulbs are all about. The 60 watts are installed the exact same way, and these guys didn't give me a lick of trouble. It was almost a joke after what I went through with the ceiling ones. You just remove the old light bulbs, put in the new ones, switch them on, press start on your app, and then sync them to whatever room that you would like. There's a decent amount of icons to choose from if you don't want to use the ceiling light, so I decided to do desktop ones. Once they start glowing yellow, that's how you know they are on, and then I group them together like I showed you before. And now we're gonna get into all the different kind of colors that they got. They have a ton of different mood lighting set for you, and I quickly clicked the party one, which I thought was cool that the lights were syncing at first, and then they switched up and it became like multicolored, and I ended up putting that on all of the lights that I installed, which made me really fall in love with this product because I can curate it for the mini human's birthday if she wants a specific color, for holidays, or just in general. With the white, you can go from like a warm light, which is nice and relaxing, to a crystal clear white light, which is great for shooting. Then I messed around with the fall color scheme, which I loved, but my favorite thing of all with these smart home products is messing with Paul, but he took full advantage. Now, while our household possesses Paul's dance moves, it does not have an Alexa or a Google Assistant, which if you have, you can control these lights from that as well. Installing these were a little bit frustrating just because I tend to make things way more difficult than they need to be. At the end of the day, I am completely obsessed with these lights based off of the fact I can switch the whites for shooting, which is a lifesaver, and I can curate all the colors to any kind of event that I'm hosting in my home. If you guys want to look into the light bulbs a little bit more, I have linked both of them down below for you, and be sure to check out the rest of what Home Depot is up to with their smart home products. I will see you Sunday for a Halloween themed video.